So today, what we are going to discuss is, in our today's session, we are going to discuss about how to perform union, how to use union node in a calculation view. And the second topic is how to apply aggregation. Okay, how to apply aggregation of on any column in an aggregation node. So these two concepts we are going to cover in today's session. Okay, so let's start with first union node. So when we create a calculation view, for example, if I open any existing one of the calculation view here, CV sales, here you see here on the left hand panel, design panel, left hand side, we have one node called union node. Okay, so this is we are going to discuss now. So when we exactly use this union in real time, so when exactly we need this union is when we have multiple data sets that are coming from different sources and we want to merge those data into a single data set. In that scenario, we will use this union node. Okay, so example. So if we take one example here, I taken two tables here to explain this scenario. I have one table called sales and h sales one. Okay, so in this table, I have data of my sales information, and this data is related to one of the company code D001. Okay, so from one of my source, I am getting this kind of data for company code D001. Okay, and same kind of data I am getting from my another source. Okay, that is sales 11 is another table. So here also I am getting a different data set. Structure is same, but this is different. This data belongs to C001 company code. Okay, so for example, let's take first table is from India and second table data is coming from Germany. If we have global, if the market is global, so sales data coming from different countries. So what we do is we will store data of different countries in different providers just to accommodate data. Okay, so instead of storing all data in one place, we can split the data as per country level. Okay, so in this, let's take that scenario. I have one D001 company code data in one table and C001 company code data into another table. But when I do reporting, I will create only one report. So based upon my selection, so whatever selection I given on company code, so that data I need it on my report. So to get data from different company codes into one data, first of all, I need to merge the data into one target, one place. Then based upon the selection, the data will be fetched at a runtime. Okay. So to satisfy this scenario, so what I am going to do now is, so first of all, I am bringing my both data sets into my design. To bring any table into your design, first of all, you need to bring projection into the design panel and add your table. So first I am adding my h_sales one data into my projection. So the data coming from this table is related to D001. So I am changing my projection name to D001 sales. D001 underscore sales or sales underscore D001, whatever it may be. So based upon our convenience, we can provide names to the projection nodes. Okay, just to quickly identify which node belongs to which data and all. Okay, so I need one more data set into my design. So I'm bringing one more projection into my design panel and adding h_sales11 into my projection node. Okay, so now this node contains data of C001. So I am changing the sales node projection to sales_C001. So I renaming my projection node name. That's it. So from first node D001 sales, I am selecting all my records, all my columns from this table. Similarly, from my second projection node also, I am selecting all columns to my output. Okay, both data sets. Now I want to combine these both data sets into single data set. So for that purpose, what I am going to do is I am bringing union node into my design. Okay, I am bringing my union node into my design. So union, first of all, I am adding my first data set, D01 data set into the union node. Okay, and later what I am doing to do. So if you see, when I add one data set into union, what is happening here? There is source side and target side. When you click on the union node on the right, on the details tab, you are seeing two sections. One is source section, another one is target section. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm adding my second data set also to my union node. Like this, on a union node, you can add any number of data sets. Okay. So now if you see on the source side, I have two data sets. One is a D001 data set and another one is C01 data set. Now what I'm going to do is to the target, what I will do from here, we have one setting, auto map by name. If you click here, let's see what is happening. If you click on this, what is happening? Auto map by name. What is happening? On your dataset 1, you have document number. On your dataset 2, you have document number. So both got mapped to single object. Okay. So to understand better how union is working. So let's say, for example, this is your, not this one. So let's say you have a table, just to make more clear, document number, material, quantity, and combo code. So let's take only these four fields, four columns for our understanding point of view. So document number 1001 with the material M1 with the quantity 100, company code D001. I will take one more record 1002 with the M1 with the quantity 200 and D001. This is one data set, and similar data set I am having on the right hand side, but here the document numbers are different, 11,001, 1101 and 1102, and maybe let's take here C001, C002. So what I'm going to do in my union node is I'm going to create one structure combining both structures. Okay. Here also I have document number. Here also I have document number. I am creating only one structure and adding the data from dataset 1 and adding the data from dataset 2 into one single provider. Because structures are same on both sides, so we can add data in this union node. Okay. So why I'm telling this much many times is just to freshers also can understand easily. For that reason, I'm stressing more on this one. So we are doing in the same way. So we are creating one unique structure, and from different targets, same column, I'm joining to the same column on the target side. So that what will happen, data record comes and sits here, and from here also data records come and sits on the same table. So in this way, we are combining data from multiple targets into single place. Okay, single view. So now I'm adding this union to my aggregation node. So in aggregation node, I have only one structure here. So add all to output and to semantic level, auto assign, and then go to view properties and assign the privileges and activate your calculation view. Okay, so it was successfully activated. Now if I go for data preview, raw data, now see, so data from I have data from C01 source and I have data from D001. So both data I can see on a single output screen. So based upon my filter, so if you want to add some filter to your raw data for any data validation, you can go to here add filter tab and select any one column, for example company code, and provide here filter D001 and click on this execute button. If you click on execute button, whatever filters you applied here, those will be applied on your data set. So you see, I got D001. If I want to see C01, just select C here and then click on execute button. Now C01. So on single level, we can see both data sets. Okay, by doing union. That's it. So this is all about union concept. So when exactly we use union, if we have same data set coming from multiple sources and we want to merge the data into single target, then we use union node. That's it. So if in an interview question they ask you, if you say in this way, then that will be enough. Okay. And it is not mandatory that in all the targets you must have same technical name. For example, if you have different technical name here also, but if you know that both are having same data, then you can merge both into one single column. Okay, that is also important. So that's all about union concept. So now I'm jumping into my second concept called aggregation. Okay, in our calculation view, if you see this aggregation, so in this aggregation node, we can apply some aggregations. Okay, so what type of aggregations we can apply on the key, on the characteristics, and what we, and in which scenario we will apply aggregation on a particular columns, we will see now. Okay, so to explain this scenario, I need to take another example. So what I am going to do, just I am closing this example and I'm opening, I will let you know a different example to work on this data set. Okay, so aggregation. Okay, so to what, first of all, first of all, let's discuss about our example. And if once we get to know what is our required output, then I will tell you how aggregation is helping to achieve our desired output. Okay, so I have one table called h underscore sales. Open content. So in this table, I have sales information. So I have sales document number created on material, quantity, amount, and company code. So this is my sales data. And what will happen after sales? After sales, delivery will happen. So this is sales order where customer places sales order that saying that I need 100 quantity of material M1 for this amount. Okay, and this is the this is the date when this particular customer ordered this ordered this quantity. Okay, then what will happen is in SAP lifecycle after sales order, our customer the company will deliver the product to the customer. Okay, so when delivering the product to the customer, they will create delivery document number with respect to this document number. So for this reason, I created another table, h underscore sales one underscore delivery. So this is nothing but the data in this table is nothing but delivery information created on top of this sales document number. So customer order 100 pieces of material M1. Okay, but due to lack of availability of stock, what our client did is he delivered the product in multiple batches. So he delivered out of 100, he delivered 40 quantity initially. You see there is one delivery document created 5001 for the reference document number 1001 for material M1. Okay, so the quantity you see here 40, actual order quantity is 100, but due to lack of stock, he delivered only 40. Okay, and the remaining balance 60 he delivered on a different date. If you see here on July 17th, for the same 1001 document number, he delivered 60 M1 quantity, 60 pieces of M1 material. So total overall now 100 the delivery was completed by this time. So whatever the customer ordered, so client delivered 100 quantity. Okay, so why we have two records here? Because of unavailability of stock, because of user requirement. Maybe sometimes customer places order for 100, but he will tell that I don't want 100 at a time. So let's give me 40 initially on this date, and later after some time give me other 60, because maybe customer doesn't have space to accommodate 100 quantity in his place. Maybe because of that reason he may ask in chunks of split wise also. So many reasons are there to split the document delivery into multiple parts. Okay, so just for information I am telling this. In this scenario what happened, so for each delivery 1001 document number was delivered on two delivery document numbers on two times, first time 40, second time 60 in the similar fashion. So if I go for second document number 1002, he ordered 101 quantity on 13th July. So, but due to some reason, so on 13th July, they delivered 10 quantity for the order number 1002. And again on 15th, they delivered 50 quantity. So total 60. Again on 18th, they delivered 41 pieces. So overall it is 101 pieces. So second delivery got delivered, second order got delivered thrice with a splitted quantity and finally completed on July 18th. So finally our requirement is I want to know my sales order, when was the last delivered date. I want the information of each and every sales order, when was the order created and when was the completion date of the order, last delivery date. So this information I need apart along with my sales information. Okay, so how we are going to derive this? So for example, if I what is the output I'm expecting is the output from this table. Along with this output, I want one extra column called delivered date. In the delivery date, I need the last delivered date information. So for this example, 1001, when was the last delivery date happened? So initially on 13th and finally on 17th. So I'm expecting 17th as a delivered date here. Similarly, for 1002 record, this 1002 order was lastly delivered on July 18th. So I am expecting July 18th here on the delivered date column. Okay. And for 14, for 100345, I don't have any delivery information at all here. So for those columns, I am expecting null. Okay. So this is the expected output of my data. So now we are going to see how I am going to achieve this kind of requirement. Okay, so now let's get into the system and create the calculation view to bring this output. So right click here, new. I'm going to create CV underscore sales report. Let's say sales report. Normal calculation view. Click on finish. Now first, my base data for my report is sales data only. So let's create one projection here and bring sales information into my projection. Sales underscore. Now add the 1 minute, not this, I think. 1 second. This is not remove. Which table we are talking about? Sales underscore 1, I think. Yeah, sales underscore 1. Sales 1. This is our table. Okay, so from this table, I want all the fields because all the fields I want in the output screen. And along with this one, I want one extra column called delivered data. So, but that delivered data is coming from where? That is coming from delivery information. So first of all, I need to bring my delivery information into my design. So for this, I am adding one more production node here and adding sales underscore delivery information table into my projection node. So let's rename our projection nodes. So projection sales data, I am changing into sales. Under delivery information projection node, I am changing the name into delivery data. Okay. So from delivery data, which information I need? I need actually from here created on date. Okay. So this column I need, and apart from it, how I can get to know the which date is belongs to which one? In my delivery information, I have reference document number. Based upon this reference document number, I am joining with my sales document number and bringing the corresponding max delivery date. So how I am going to, this is my delivery information. So for each document number, I need to identify max created on date. So the max created on date, nothing but is the last delivery information. Okay. From this table, I need to bring reference document number and created on information. And after bringing these two columns, I need to find out for each delivery reference document number here, what was the max created on date. That must be our delivery date information to be shown. So that's the reason from my delivery projection node, I am selecting created on and reference document number. Okay, these two columns. So I'm not selecting anything else because I need only this one. Yep, that's it. Yeah, it is enough, I guess, for termination. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Next. So after doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my projection node, aggregation node here. Okay. I'm bringing aggregation node into my design because how to say this one. So let's try to understand this more. So I'm taking this data, copy. Let's see whether it will come or not into my Excel. Yeah, super, it came. So data, text to columns, delimited, semicolon, and select all fields as, okay, next, select all the columns and make it as text and finish. So this is my delivery information. Okay. So, and out of this delivery information, I am taking only reference document number and created on information. These two columns only I am taking. So what is my next step? Now I need to sort my data based upon document number first to understand better. So sort it by A to Z. Then what I'm going to do? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the max date from this created on. Okay. So now how to achieve this one is I need to apply aggregation on this node. If I apply aggregation on this node, what will happen is, so out of these two records, only one record comes into picture because this is a char field, this is a char field, this is a key figure field now to the system. Okay, so to understand better, generally let's take one table. Okay, in a table you have 1001 document number with 100, and again 1001 document number with the 2 with 50, for example. So 1001, this is a document number char field. This is a quantity, let's say quantity, let's say. Then what is this? This is a key figure. So when you do reporting on this table, generally what happens with the same combination, if you have same characteristic combination, if you have records in your report, data will be aggregated, correct? So you will get this as a output, sorry, 1001 and 150. So why this is happening? Because you have two records with the same characteristic combination, then system will perform aggregation on the key figure part. Okay. So this is the property of aggregation node. Okay. So in our scenario, what will happen is whenever you apply aggregation on any column, then system will consider this as a key figure column. Okay. And then what will happen? Whatever other characteristics are there, then those will be characteristic columns. And for each unique combination, it will try to get only one record out of it. Okay. So now what will happen is in our calculation view, I have taken two values. Now I am mapping these to my aggregation node. So in my aggregation node, I have two columns. 1 minute, and just before doing this mapping, let me sort it first. Remove, so not sort, but align it first. So go to delivery, bring reference document number to the top position and create it onto the bottom position. Now map it so that you will see properly on aggregation node. Reference document number created on. Select both to output. Now what I am going to do is I am going to apply aggregation. It converted to aggregated column. It means what it system will do, system will make this column as a key figure now. So now what will happen here in the aggregation engine, now you need to select min max count. If I select count, what system will perform is system don't convert this into key figure, but system will consider only the maximum value out of the whatever data you have here. It will consider only max value for the combination, unique combination of characteristics. Okay, since I have only one characteristic here, so for one document number, what was the max created on, it will take it. If you have two columns, for each combination, it will take the max column. Okay, so we need to understand clearly. So created on, I am applying engine aggregation as max. Now what I will do is, now I will bring join into my calculation node. I will bring sales data to my join initially and add all this to output. And I will add my aggregation node into my join. Now I have reference document number here and the document number here. I will use both joins and I will make this join as left outer join. And from the aggregation node, I will bring created on. Okay. Now whatever output is there, my join output, I am adding to my aggregation node and select add all to output, semantics, auto assign, view properties, remove the analytical privileges, activate, and then do data preview. Raw data. Now you see, now we have same 5 records which is there in our sales data, and for these 5 records, you see, I got for 1001 record, I got 17th as my delivery. Oh, okay. So you see, the naming what we have is wrong here. Actually, what I'm expecting here, I'm expecting here delivery date. So in my CV, I need to change the column name here. So before coming here itself, let me change this name created onto delivery date. Delivery date. Copy. If you change here, automatically it won't reflect here, okay, because it's already mapped. So everywhere you need to change this name. Okay, so go here also change this to delivery date, and go to semantics, and here are, yeah, yeah. Once you change in aggregation layer, then automatically it will change that. So that's it. Now activate one more time and refresh the data, do data preview, raw data. Now you see delivery date. So for 1001 document number, the delivery date is July 17th. If I go to my delivery information, you can see 1001 lastly delivered on July 17th only, and 1002 was lastly delivered on July 18th. So I can see 1002 July 18th came. So similarly, and for I don't have any data for 1004 and 5 in my delivery information. For that reason, what happened? I am not getting any data into my output column. I am getting null here. So like this, we can apply aggregation on the columns. Where I can apply aggregation on any column, only in aggregation nodes you will get this kind of option. In projection nodes, you don't get this aggregation. You see, there is no option to convert any column into aggregation node. So you can change this aggregation node column to max, min, count, like that. Okay. So if you want such kind of operations, you can do it here by applying aggregation. Okay, so that's all about applying. This is one of the scenario. In the similar way, we may have multiple scenarios. Okay, so what will happen? What is the use of aggregation node in a calculation view? First of all, so we learned about this aggregation behavior. Okay, so that is different one. But what is the use of aggregated column? Okay, aggregation node in a projection. So the use of aggregation node in a projection in a calculation view is to aggregate the data. Okay, to aggregate the data. So what is aggregation means? Here you see in our calculation view, the top node is also aggregation. Okay, for the people who are from BW background, what exactly cube do? Cube performs aggregation based upon the columns we select from in the report. Even what report is doing aggregation. So for example, this is your data in your table or a DSO or a cube, whatever it may be, anything you name it. So this is data in a table. If you are doing reporting on this table and you are like to see only material and quantity in your report. So what your report will do? Report will only take information from these two columns and try to aggregate it based upon the unique combination. So you have only one unique combination of material. So it will perform summation of all these things and give the value as, so okay, value total I'm not getting here, whatever it may be, something. Okay. So for example, whenever you bring created on into your report, then what system will do? System automatically, what it will do? It will bring unique combination out of this created on and material. So I have July 13 M1 is one combination, and July 15 M1 is one combination, and 16, 17, these are all unique combinations. So what will happen? These two records 40 and 10 will come change to 50, and the remaining all will come as it is. So aggregation node always performs according to the number of characteristics we select. System will check the unique combinations and perform summation on the key figures. Okay, so if you have how many records are there here? 6 records are there. By performing aggregation, you converted the 6 records into 5 records. Okay, this is the functionality of aggregation. So you are minimizing the data set by applying aggregation node in the calculation view. Okay, but projection does not perform any aggregation. It will only projection node in a CV is used only to apply filters and to do some calculations, calculate column and all, something like that. Okay, apply some calculations and bringing data from source tables. That is the use of projection node in a CV. In interview, if anyone asks what is the use of aggregation node in a calculation view, aggregation node is used to minimize the data set based upon the characteristics we are selecting from the source table. So it will aggregate the data based upon the characteristic combination. Okay, and do apply summation property on key figures. And if you want to change the summation to different property, you can have an option to further. Okay, I hope it is clear. You see, you have an option. If you go to aggregation node, here amount is a key figure. So you can, general property of any KPI in the aggregation is summation. If you want to change it to different max, min, count, average, you can change it according as per your requirement. Okay, so that's all for today about applying aggregation on a column in a calculation view. That's all. I'm stopping recording.